listening to. When I review something on the show, I'm commenting on it because I like it, and I want you to take a look as well. I try not to criticize or rant because there's enough out there already. I try to stay positive. I stick to the old adage that your mom or grandma probably told you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And today's no exception. I recently read Essex County by Jeff Lemire. Jeff tells a complex story with simple black and white art. He can do that because the setting takes place in his childhood home. He tells 3 separate stories that are loosely connected. So here's a solicit. Where does a young boy turn when his whole world suddenly disappears? What turns 2 brothers from an unstoppable team into a pair of bitterly estranged loners? How does the simple-hearted care of one middle-aged nurse reveal the scars of an entire community? And can anything heal the wounds caused by a century of deception? Now, I'm more of a superhero fantasy fan, but this one had me turning the pages to find out what happened next. My personal favorite was the second story about the 2 brothers and the falling out that they had. Because of the simple art, it showcases the ability Jeff has in telling a story. This came out in 2009 and has been put into a collection with extra art and stories. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can take a look and buy it if you want to. I do recommend this one, though. The next one is Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. This is what I would call a fun, popcorny type of book. It reminds me of the old X-Men versus the Fantastic Four back in the 80s. It's a story you can tell that was put together on purpose by the publisher to appeal to a large readership. So you get the Ninjak readers to read maybe Unity or Exo Man of War to read Ninjak and on and on. The reader knows it, but in this case, it's still a fun story to read. I guess you could say I succumbed to the marketing ploys. Here's a solicit. Colin King is Ninjak, MI6 deadliest intelligent operative, a weapons expert. When the ruthless assassin Roku exploits his greatest weakness, Ninjak will be forced to betray his closest allies. Now on the run, he must face off against the most powerful heroes known to man for a high-octane, take-no-prisoners trial by fire, more perilous and more unpredictable than any he's faced before. The world's most dangerous super spy goes to war with the Valiant Universe. So check it out. I think they put it in trade paperback, and you can get all 6 issues put together. Just a fun little book. Plume by Kaylin Smith. Last and certainly not least is Plume. I talked with Kaylin Smith at Okamicon, and as I've mentioned in 2 episodes ago, she is genuinely a nice person. I went to one of her panels and talked with her in the vendor area. I asked her a few questions, and she patiently indulged my questions and answered all of them. Plume is a fun Western adventure type of book with magical undertones. To sum it up, I would say it's Lara Croft meets John Wayne type of genre. And here's the solicit for Volume 1. Plume is a story set in the Old West about a girl named Vesper Grey and her supernatural companion, Korik. On their quest to recover her father's life's work, they encounter new friends and new foes and learn that the Wild West is anything but tame. Kaylin Smith not only wrote it, but she did the art as well. Both, in my opinion, are excellent. This is a passion project of hers, and there are 3 total volumes I've only read.